I had low expectations. But what the f... Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Well, if you don't know, through the Amico news channels out there or threads on Reddit, I'm gonna tell you. There's this information out there about a case from, I think it's like 12 years ago. Here, let's just read it. Alright guys, so these alleged documents, and I'll say alleged even though they appear to be on courts, court type websites. But anyway, you guys can do your research and go to the Reddit threads out there and you know where they are, right? Anyway, this court case looks like it's from October 4th, 2010, right? And they put two things up there. First they put the statement of facts, right? And let's just read it real quick. I'll try to give you a summation really quick. It looks like he was stopped at the airport by TSA with over $100,000 in cash. Now, to those of you who travel, like I do, there is no way that you don't know that you're supposed to report this money. I mean, it's everywhere. They ask you on the plane to fill out a form when you're coming back, internationally. I mean, it's everywhere, right? Especially if you travel to different countries, you already know, because I already know that the more enthusiastic Tommy fans out there are going to start to make excuses for this shit, and this is inexcusable. This is just a bad decision, okay? And the reason I'm telling you this is this is a mistake he made, right? Everybody deserves to make mistakes, and you pay for them, and apparently he did, right? So it doesn't look like a mistake, because the TSA agents here state that that once back with CBP, Tallarico was questioned about the money found by the TSA. Tallarico said that he was paid about $100,000 in cash in Brazil before leaving to the United States. He said the reason he carried the money to the United States in cash was because the banks were on strike in Brazil. And he got the money for putting on the concert. He stated that he did not declare the money on a customs declaration because he did not carry the money across the border himself, right? He further stated that he had distributed the money to members of his band beforehand in amounts less than $10,000. He was trying to move the money. He shouldn't have said that, right? When they say you have the right to remain silent, you should. So, I mean, if he said that, and they clearly knew he's trying to move the money without paying taxes, and it's just, in a business sense, for the kind of business that he does, this is just a bad decision, guys. It's the kind of decision you make sometimes in life, and it comes back to haunt you at the worst time. And, this is what it is here. There's records on there where they go to the conviction and the fine. He got like $1,000 fine. I mean, he got relatively out easy, probably because he doesn't have any other history, but just when this is coming out is the problem, because this goes to character, right? 12 years ago, he made a bad decision. He didn't want to pay, or declare or whatever. And there's several letters. I mean, you guys can go through the whole thing, but this is just, guys, it's just such a shit show. Even if you knew you had this in your background, you shouldn't be the face of the company when you're trying to raise money. It's just a bad look, because it can come out at the worst time, like it did now, right? This is just, oh God. I mean, I can't even be mad, guys, because at this point, it's on brand for this shit show. It really is. So that's basically what's called moving money, right? Where you move money through the airport where you don't want to declare it. It's only $103,000, guys. In a business sense, why would you even try? You know what I'm saying? It just looks terrible. It looks like it was settled. It looks like everybody wrote letters for him and he got probation, what have you. But it looks terrible because it goes to character. It goes to character and it goes to finances, right? It's such a bad look. It's such a bad decision. And when this gets out, and it will get out because, people that don't like the company and don't like him, make sure that everybody that's supposed to know knows it. This negotiations are going to be over, and they're going to be over real quick, because all the power is going to be with the purchasers. Hopefully some people in the company will be able to take over this and maybe give it to more competent people, or just BK it. You should just sell it all today, and I've been saying that for a while, even before this. I know a lot of you get a kick out of this stuff, and don't like the company and don't like Tommy. For me, it's just sad, guys. For me, it's just sad. For me, I'm in the position where I love the brand, but I don't like the work ethics of the people running it, right? I don't like what they've been doing. This has been the worst quiet time ever. I don't know how these people ever thought that this stuff wouldn't get out, right? Number one, if you're raising money for a company, that should not be the face of your company. That should not be the person asking for money if you have this in your background. Everybody can make mistakes and you can overcome them, right? But if you're going to be in that position, that's not the best person to put as the face of the company when you're trying to raise funds multiple times. I hope that the principals of the company take over this project, right? Because they're the ones with the loans, they're the ones putting in the money, and they can move it forward. But they have to clean house, man. I mean, this is a joke. At this point, it's a joke. You have people making video games in one day similar to what you have. You have a developer that was actually out of business, and you're giving them, we find out, giving them awards before the game was completely finished, it looks like, right? According to, what's being said right now. Why are you wasting money on awards when you haven't produced a console? And now all these things are coming to light. All these bad practices are coming to light. And this right here shows up at the worst time. It really, really does for the company. Because what kind of a negotiating power are you going to have? Who wants to be attached to this thing? Who wants to be attached to the Amico name? Can you think of anybody? I mean, who are you going to get to promote this? Really? DSP? Wings of Redemption? I mean, they're the only people that get trolled this bad as a company, right? I've never seen a company go through this, right? And what makes it worse is that you can already see, I mean, I can already think of the videos of people are going to try to make excuses for this. There isn't any, right? If you have this on your record, right, on your background, you don't want to be the face of a company trying to raise funds multiple times and where people are accusing you of being a scammer. You want somebody else in the camera. You want somebody else's face out there, especially when when these people are digging through every single piece of paper that you can find. Man, this is going to change the game. It's going to change the game probably for the better, right? Because these people are going to learn some really, really hard lessons, right? I think the next person that tries to launch a console, they better have all their T's crossed and all their I's dotted, because people now are aware of what can go wrong. And man, this is an epic failure. I mean, I've never seen anything like this, ever.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.